Would it be okay if I shared with you today some secrets to allow you to control the club face better through impact more consistently? This in turn will make you hit more fairways, make you hit more greens and lower your scores. So we're going to talk today about the lower half pivot through the golf ball, in particular the left knee action. And I'd like to share with you a story, a short version of a story of a gentleman that came to see me recently called Paul. Now Paul really struggled hitting the amount of greens he wanted to. Now Paul is a 12 handicapper. He was only hitting 2 or 3 greens per round and wanted to change that. And in order to get to his goal of playing to single figures, we needed to get him to hit a few more greens per round for sure. Now what Paul tended to do in his downswing, which is a problem I see with a lot of golfers that are at this kind of level, is he tend to have too much slide with his left knee through impact or in the downswing. So he didn't have enough rotation in him because the left leg went too far laterally to allow him to rotate. And this in turn made it very difficult for him to square the face up. So he hit a lot of shots that went to the right hand side. And if he did it to the left, they had big hooks on them. So what we're going to share with you today is the process we went through to change that, the drill we used, and how it made a huge difference to him in his game. So keep watching to learn the drill and learn how we can get the correct rotation through impact to help you become a better golfer. So we're looking today really at this lead knee action, or both knee actions in the downswing. And in the case in point we're talking about, the golfer had too much lateral motion this way and then basically made that hard then to rotate. What happens is the center of pressure and center of mass don't really get matched up enough to get that rotation. So what should happen in the downswing is there should be a tiny little shift, and then there should be a rotation and an extension of the body through impact. And that's essentially what we're going to work at. And I'm going to show you the drill we used to make the difference. And you don't need too much equipment either. So if you take your golf bag, and you might want to take some of the longer clubs out, maybe depending on your exit pattern. But I want you to put your golf bag, just like I am here, kind of tight to my leg, but I've got a little bit of room. So I can push into this bag, but I certainly can't slide my knee. And this is it, no equipment needed. Bag just goes in place. We take our stance as normal, make a backswing, and on the downswing, we're going to try and swing through without our knee banging into this with too much force or energy. I want to try and feel it would work certainly towards the bag, and then feel like we would rotate. Now, in terms of the knees, what would happen is the knees would retain some flex as we start to push laterally, and as we have a last push off the ground, the lead leg would then start to straighten, and the trail leg would eventually get to an almost straight position, but it would never get completely straight for me. It would always have some flex in it. Let's have a go shot with this bag. So I just nudged the bag, and that's good to feel that little bit of pressure getting there. But also, I felt I turned away from the bag eventually, and that's again a great feel. So this bag drill, if done correctly, should give you the right sensory feedback to make you change how your legs would work through the golf swing and stop you getting that kind of look where you get too slidey, the club can't catch up, and then the club heads to the right, or we get flappy at it to get the ball back on target. We certainly don't want either of those things to happen. That will make us really inconsistent. All right, so we really want to be as consistent as we can be. So I'm a big fan of drills. I'm a big fan of you practicing in a way that influences you to change your normality, changes your normal pattern of movement. So when I went and played in the golf course after doing this, what I'd probably feel is just feel, okay, I'm just going to rotate. I wouldn't think about the lateral because I already do that naturally. So I get that kind of for free. So the rotation then becomes for me the only goal. That would be for me the patterning I would want. So let's see if you can take that on board and have a go at that, have a go in this drill, and let me know down below how you get on. So I hope you've enjoyed that video. Certainly that drill has made a difference to most of my students, and when we're talking about the ones that have the overactive leg action, just using your golf bag, no equipment needed, whack it next to you on the range or even on the golf course for a few shots if you want to play a few holes. or even the practice ground or whatever on the garden with some airflow balls. It'll make a difference to your game and make you control your club face a lot better through impact. If you've enjoyed the video, please click like and share the video. Really appreciate it if you can do that. It really helps my channel. Also, if you can post any questions or comments or requests down below, that's huge for me. That means I can drive the channel in the direction that you're going to want to see and watch videos. So it really helps. Lastly, thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for joining me. Hope it's helping your golf. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you back here real soon.